What comes to mind when you think of Hungarian cuisine? Goulash, perhaps. Hungarian cuisine is a treasure trove of flavors, a culinary journey that has been shaped over centuries by numerous cultural influences. Its dishes are hearty, wholesome, and brimming with a variety of spices. Yet, among these culinary delights, one dish stands out. A dish so quintessentially Hungarian that it has become synonymous with the country itself. Yes, we're talking about goulash. From the humble kitchens of Hungarian shepherds to the opulent dining tables of European aristocracy, goulash has traveled far and wide. It's a dish that has evolved and adapted, yet has held steadfast onto its roots. The story of goulash is not just about a delicious dish, but a tale of a nation's history, its traditions, and its spirit. So today, we delve into the savory world of goulash, a dish that embodies the history and tradition of Hungarian cuisine. Ever wondered where goulash comes from, or why it's so special to Hungarians? Well, to truly appreciate this hearty dish, we must time travel back to the 9th century. Imagine a time when Hungarian plains were dotted with herdsmen, known as gulyás, tending to their cattle. These herdsmen led a nomadic lifestyle, traversing vast terrains and braving the elements. To sustain themselves during these long journeys, they needed a meal that was not only filling but also easy to cook and carry, and thus goulash was born. The herdsmen would slaughter the weaker or older cattle, then cut the meat into cubes and slow-cooked it with onions in a kettle, known as a bográk, over an open fire. This simple yet nutritious stew was then dried in the sun and packed into bags made of sheep's stomach. When it was time to eat, they would simply add some water to rehydrate the stew, and voila, a warm, satisfying meal was ready. But goulash was not just about practicality. It was also a matter of pride. You see, in those days, the ability to prepare a good goulash was considered a significant skill, a testament to one's survival prowess. So, a herdsman's reputation often hinged on his goulash-making abilities. Over time, as society evolved, so did goulash. The dish started making its way from the open plains into home kitchens and restaurant menus. Each era brought its own tweaks to the recipe, adding layers of complexity to its flavor profile. The introduction of paprika in the 16th century, for instance, was a game changer, lending the stew its distinctive red hue and a robust, smoky flavor. Today, goulash is more than just a dish. It's a symbol of Hungarian culture, a culinary ambassador that tells a tale of resilience, adaptation, and gastronomic innovation. From humble beginnings as a herdsman's meal, goulash has withstood the test of time, becoming a beloved national dish. It's a testament to the rich tapestry of Hungarian history, a dish that has fed generations and continues to nourish the soul of a nation. Goulash didn't always look or taste the way it does today. So how did it evolve? Let's take a culinary journey back in time to explore the evolution of this hearty dish. Initially, goulash was a simple meat soup. Hungarian shepherds would slow cook a combination of meat and onions in a pot over an open fire. This rustic dish was easy to prepare and filled their bellies after a long day of tending to the flock. But the 16th century brought a game changer to the goulash pot, the introduction of a fiery red spice, paprika. Brought to Hungary by the Turks, this spice revolutionized the humble goulash. It added a vibrant color and a depth of flavor that was previously missing. Paprika became so integral to goulash that today it's hard to imagine the dish without its signature red hue and smoky flavor. As goulash began to seep into the fabric of Hungarian society, regional variations started to emerge. Each region gave the dish its unique spin. In the south, for example, they added a variety of vegetables like bell peppers and tomatoes, transforming the dish into a hearty stew. In the north, they preferred a soupier version, often served with fresh bread on the side. In the cities, goulash took on a more sophisticated air. It was no longer just a shepherd staple, but a dish that could grace the tables of the elite. Chefs began to experiment, adding wine for depth, sour cream for richness, and serving it with nokedli, small dumplings, as an accompaniment. Despite these variations, the heart and soul of goulash remained the same. It's still a slow-cooked dish that warms you from the inside, with a rich blend of meat, onions, and of course, the indispensable paprika. Goulash has journeyed through centuries, adapting and evolving, but always remaining a staple of Hungarian cuisine. Whether it's a simple soup or an elaborate stew, goulash continues to be a beloved dish that carries with it the essence of Hungary. Now that we know about its history, what about the recipe of goulash? It's time to unravel the enchanting secrets behind its delectable flavors. To start, the key ingredients you'll need for a traditional goulash are beef, onions, potatoes, bell peppers, tomatoes, and of course, the heart and soul of this dish, the Hungarian paprika. Each ingredient contributes to the distinct flavors and textures of the goulash. The beef provides a robust base, the onions add a touch of sweetness, the potatoes offer a comforting heartiness, and the bell peppers and tomatoes lend a vibrant freshness. But it's the Hungarian paprika that truly sets this dish apart, offering a unique blend of sweetness, smokiness, and heat that is quintessentially goulash. The first step in crafting your goulash is to sauté the onions in lard or oil until they become translucent. This process enhances the natural sweetness of the onions, creating a flavorful foundation for the goulash. Next, add the beef and cook until it's browned on all sides. This searing process locks in the juices of the beef, ensuring that every bite is succulent and full of flavor. Once the beef is browned, it's time to add the Hungarian paprika. It's essential to add the paprika at this stage, as the heat from the sautéed onions and beef will help to unlock its full flavor potential. Following the paprika, add the rest of the ingredients and simmer until the flavors meld together and the beef becomes tender. Remember, goulash is a slow-cooked dish. It's not about rushing to the finish line, but about appreciating the journey. The slow simmering process allows the ingredients to slowly release their flavors, creating a rich, hearty stew that's more than the sum of its parts. And there you have it, a traditional goulash recipe steeped in history and bursting with flavors. This is more than just a dish. It's a culinary journey through the heart of Hungary, a testament to the country's rich cultural heritage and culinary prowess. Goulash is more than just a dish. It's a reflection of Hungarian history and tradition. This comforting stew, deeply rooted in the heart of Hungarian cuisine, tells a story that dates back centuries. It's a tale of herdsmen on the Hungarian plains, of the evolution of a nation's culinary culture, and of the fusion of flavors that make up this hearty dish. We've journeyed through its rich history, from its humble beginnings as a meal for hard-working herdsmen, to its transformation into a beloved national dish that transcends borders. We've seen how it has evolved, adapting to the tastes of each generation, yet staying true to its core ingredients. And we've shared a traditional recipe, one that captures the essence of goulash, with its robust flavors of beef, paprika, and vegetables, simmered to perfection. So next time you enjoy a bowl of goulash, remember, you're not just savoring a meal, you're tasting a piece of Hungarian history,